everything that happened in my life from when I was 5 years old up until now, I feel like it was just meant to happen. I could probably travel all around LA and just tell you guys my whole life story, but what for? It's just infinite stories. I don't need to do story times, it's pointless. I don't know, maybe one day I'll write a book. I remember haircuts from when I was a little ass kid. I remember one time my mom cut my motherfucking hair. That shit looked like a UFO. I'll never forget, one of the homies, he would always sleep first. He would sleep on his stomach like, bro, I must have put that pellet gun into his ass and went blue. I seen a chick with the same lame ass husband. When we were teenagers, she cheated on me. She would come to school, sit on random niggas' laps. So I got up. I was like, Mr. Van Zandt, give me a pass out of this class. I can't be in a classroom next to this bitch. Like, one of my ex-girlfriends went, grabbed one of my knives and just cut her arm open. Actually, this is it. All right, I'm in the right spot. All right, this is the right street right here. I remember one time I was walking past here when I was a kid. You know, my mom had ass or whatever, you know, thirsty ass ball rug. My mom was walking and this dude was like, hey, let me talk to you for a minute. I'll never forget when I had this one chick. I tell her to sit on my face. She does it and I'm like,
But you kind of demeaning your own race by saying that? You're like feeding into the stereotype that black people are like not trustworthy or something?
Not feeding. They're not. What do you mean? What the fuck?
Hey, look, I'm gonna agree with Blueface on that shit. Hold on real quick.
They're not. What do you mean? What the fuck? I ain't never met no I could trust.
Yeah, that's facts. I could count on my hand right now how many niggas I could ever trust in my life that I've encountered. Shit, going all the way back to 5th grade, I'll never forget this ghetto ass nigga named Arthur. You know, when you're young and you're a kid and you're gullible, nah, it ain't the wrestling toys. Like I said, for some reason, this Balrog, because I was quiet, this Balrog was on some fake bullying shit or whatever. So he used to be like, yeah, nigga, let me cheat off your test. And I'm thinking like to myself, like, I ain't even smart like that. Why would this bitch ass nigga want to copy off me? He's like, yeah, let me cheat off your test. I was like, all right. I just like edged my paper there. He's copying all my answers. I'm like, this nigga's dumb. Like, I definitely, like, I knew I wasn't like a fucking excelled kid when it came to like, you know what I mean? When it came to schoolwork, because I just didn't really care. I just did the most to get by. But, so he's like, shit. He's like, let me come over your house after school. Like, let's hang out. Let's play video games and shit. I was like, all right, my mom's not gonna be home. I was like, cool. So, yeah, I wasn't a scholar yet. So I was like, cool. So I let this dude come over. He said he's gonna come over on a Saturday or whatever. This dude came over with another Balrog. Both the Balrogs went and ate up all the snacks and drank up all the juices and ocean spray juice and shit like that my mom bought. She came back. The other dude, the other Balrog left, which was his friend. She came back like, what happened to all the snacks? Where's all the food? They ate up all the waffles, everything. Niggas, just, them ghetto ass niggas literally, look, let me put on my bigger cam. These ghetto ass niggas literally, bro. I still remember the way they was eating the waffles with no fork. They had the waffles, they put it in there, they put the syrup, and niggas just had the waffle like this. Just literally eating the motherfucking waffle upside down with syrup dripping, just Balrog eating it. Pac-Man, fucking Balrog Pac-Mans. His homie left, he was still there. This nigga Arthur was still there. My mom comes home like, what happened to all the food? Where's all the snacks? And he was like, my homie ate it. And I was like, yeah, mom. I was like, and she knew, my mom knew like back then I was like a quiet kid and didn't speak up like that. She knew what type of time it was. She's like, you get out. She's like, you go home. And she's like, why did you let that boy come here and eat up everything like that? She's like, speak up for yourself. Never seen that dude again. He got suspended or expelled or some shit like that. So, damn, what was the moral of this motherfucking story? There was another piece to it I wanted to say. Give me a second here. I gotta dig deep. I lost train of thought. Oh yeah, hold on. The moral of this story was, on top of that, I remember I was looking for a bunch of my video games that just disintegrated. Once I got like older, once I was like 16, I kept thinking like, damn, I wonder what happened to my shit when I was a 5th grader. I was like, damn, that nigga Arthur stole half my games. That light bulb pop up, I started thinking of every Balrog I interacted with when I was a kid. I was losing all my games and shit. I'm like, damn, this nigga DeMarcus stole my shit. Arthur stole my shit. Daquan stole my shit. like it all started just coming back to me, like how niggas just kept doing me foul as throughout my life. So yeah, I agree with this. You can't trust an average ball rogue.
Not fiends. They're not. What do you mean? What the fuck? I ain't never met no I could trust.
I'm gonna let you guys know, I never had any white kid growing up, Hispanic kid growing up, anybody else from a different ethnicity steal nothing from me. If anything, they would give me shit. Who names their kid Arthur? I don't know. Balrog yet? I don't fucking know.
Now I'm about to post on the gram, on TikTok. We don't pay for any marketing posts.
Fuck? Instead of getting pizza, what the fuck is going on with this little nigga's hair though? This is where the kid's haircut budget is going into these hood chopped pizzas. What the fuck is that shit? Bro, if I had a son, I would never in life allow this nigga to walk around with a fucked up ass haircut like this. Bro, this is child neglect at its finest. This is child abuse right here. That kid is gonna remember that fucked up ass haircut for the rest of his life. I remember haircuts from when I was a little ass kid. Forced to get them bald fades with a fucking corny ass part. Begging my mom for like crispy ass fades with a little bit of hair on the top, and she wouldn't let me get it. Yeah. I remember one time my mom cut my motherfucking hair. That shit looked like a UFO. She was in a barber school because she used to try to do cosmetology. She literally cut my motherfucking hair around the side, no blend. That shit was shifting off the side of my head. I like had hair like a helmet. That shit looked like a fucking UFO. And we had family pictures. So those pictures still fucking exist. And those were the pictures that were up in the house when I used to still live with my mom. So my friends would come over and be like, damn nigga, you got that UFO fade, and just clowning me and shit. So
TikTok, we don't pay for any marketing.
I don't bang my asshole, but I definitely do an ass check. You do a bang and sniff and an ass check is the real question. Before you leave the house, before you step out the tub onto the carpet. I feel like most chicks don't do bang and sniff tests or ass checks. A chick will sit on your face with full confidence and do no ass checks. I'll never forget when I had this one chick came over like late at night, single mom, BBC appointment type shit. You know, we getting real physical and everything like that. I tell her to sit on my face. She does it, and I'm like, what the fuck? So I like kind of like grab her ass cheeks and take. I was like, this bitch really like sitting on my face with an actual like uncleaned asshole. I said, let's flip positions. Cause we was like on some 69 shit. Cause for some reason when you do 69s with chicks, they be trying to battle you. Like if you're eating their fucking box good, they'll try to suck you up crazy. Like it's just a tug of war of oral when you're doing a 69. Like you like, she's like ah, she's like and it's just like a battle of tug of war. But chicks, don't be sitting on dudes' faces if you have not done an ass check. Cause toilet paper is not good enough. If you're shitting and you're just wiping your ass with toilet paper, 100% your ass stinks. I promise you it does. All you're doing is smearing more dookie all over your anus, and it just dries like that and creates an ass smell. Most chicks be surprised when you ever had a chick surprised and be like, S.O.F. She's like, what's that? Like, sit on face. She's like, are you serious? Like, yeah. Because most chicks go their whole life without performing an S.O.F. Yeah, I think if a chick is scared, they're just afraid of their pH levels not being confident.
No, we don't get in trouble no more. You don't get in trouble no more. It's
not
a
even
job.
a ticket.
It's a job.
Is it safe for the women?
You have to be careful because you had Johns pull up like they want a date and half of them be trying to rob you. So no, it's not safe. It's always to be with a pair or have you protection.
Yeah, I'm from South Central, not Figueroa. Here, let me see if I can find my old block on maps. Let's see. Hold up. Let's find out. I don't think they got Street View. I don't think they got Street View on this bullshit, do they? Click layers. Where'd it go? How come I can't see it then? Google Earth. All right. Cam Pros? Nah, I'm just doing my ventriloquist shit. Hold up. Alright, I'm here now. What? Oh, click on this shit. How come it won't give it to me? The fuck? Alright, so I'm too far down the block. Hold on. Looks like they changed some shit. Hold on. You know what? I know how to find it without getting lost. Because I forgot, like, 51st Street is different. Hold on. Here's an easy way for me to find it. Check this out. One of my old elementary schools. Alright. Boom. Alright, I still know my way from here. Hood ass area. Actually, I'm not in the right place. Because they didn't drop me off in front of the school. Yup, here we go. West 53rd Street. Alright, here we go. Wait, what the fuck is this? Yeah, I know shit changed. So if I go down this block, that's 55th. But where the fuck is the school at? I'm trying to get here. Okay, I'm here. I know my way. I know my way home from here. Alright, so I went here. This is one of my many schools. Damn, this shit's it's so crazy to see this shit. I remember playing on this fucking yard when I was a kid. Wow. So, let me see if I could. There used to be this piece of the yard I used to always be on because I was like a mutant, a loner. It was right here against this green gate. I used to like play with ladybugs or some shit against this green gate. Fucking crazy. Alright, let's go home, shall we? Let's see, do I want to take 53rd home or do I want to take the main block? I'm going to take the main block home. Also, so let me tell you guys something. Alright, so when I used to get out of school, right? I was, I think I might have been first grade. So we used to wait right here for the school bus. See where that blue door is? Used to wait right here. Actually, no, let's go down further. It was right in front of this church. It's like a giant church bell too. So used to wait right here in the auditorium. Get this shit off my screen. Alright, so used to wait right here in front of the auditorium. So before the bus came, well, it depends. If we missed the bus, we could walk because it wasn't that far. And it used to be like, I don't know, I got like a bunch of like bully stories and shit, but don't worry about that. I ain't trying to make you niggas feel sorry for me because look at me now. So fuck all that. Alright, let's go home. Let's go home. Alright, so you go down to 53rd. Let me see how shit looks over here now. Is McDonald's still at the corner? Let's find out. See if they removed that McDonald's. Damn, they got rid of, I think they got rid of that McDonald's. There used to be a McDonald's right here. Hold on, let me see, where's that school at? Yep, I think they got rid of it. Used to walk across this green gate, and there used to be a McDonald's right here at this corner. Yeah, because you didn't have to walk this far to get to it. It's gone. Wow, they removed that McDonald's. All right, let's turn back around. I was never allowed to go this far. Yo, this school is so nostalgic because the bell rings at certain times. I can't believe this church is still here. But churches really don't go out of business. All right, let's keep going home. So I used to walk from there to here if I missed the bus. Walk down the block, keep walking. Shit looks a little different, not even gonna lie. I still know my way around this shit though. Walk down the block. Is this 51st? It sure is. Got this bum ass auto repair. So this shit used to be like a farmer's market or some shit right here at the corner, but they turned it into an auto shop. I remember this shit looks so grimy. God, this shit. Look how grimy it looks. There used to be like a business right here. That shit's gone. There was something right here. Damn, this shit is a slum still. I told you niggas I grew up in a movie. Yeah, keep walking. I used to walk all the way home. Let's see what I recognize. Damn near everything, honestly. I remember this house right here. There was this Don't worry about it. So I'm trying to find the house where I busted my head when I was a kid. So there used to be this gate I used to swing on, and the babysitter was like, stop swinging on the gate because you're gonna hurt yourself. And I kept swinging on the gate, and I like busted my dome, and I was like leaking in the front yard. And it's one of these houses. It's one of these houses with a white porch. This shit might actually be it, but it didn't used to have gates right here. Let's see. Let me see. It might be that one. I don't know. Shit changed. Let's keep walking. That it wasn't a park when I destroyed half my face. It was an apartment complex. All right, let's keep walking. Right street? Should be. Cause I remember that corner bullshit. But I don't know. Something about this shit seems off. Could change the dates. Oh yeah? How do you do that? Yeah, this don't look like my 51st. Let me see. Okay, never mind. Okay, we're getting somewhere. All right, so this street right here. So there was this family right here. This kid named Mookie used to live right here. This shit used to have a gate, and I remember he brought over his cousin to like steal my Game Boy games or some shit. So yeah, okay. So I remember this thing. This shit looked like this house looked like shit now. All right, let's keep walking. All right, so is this the house that I think it is? Yep. So I used to get babysitting this house right here, this blue house right here. Used to be these two twins, the babysitters. Yeah, this shit is off, bro. Like, what the fuck is this shit? An educational center? See, this shit wasn't there. Check pin. Check the dates at the top left. All right, let's go to 2020. All right, so it morphed. All right, let's go back. Because there's just certain shit I'm not noticing that I know there's no way it's gone. Because I just seen it. I was just there. Like 2021. I'm trying to... What really sucks, so I don't see the driveway. I'm trying to find out. How far back can I go? That's a good question. I should probably go all the way back, huh? That might actually make it better, because, I mean, so much shit could change, but I'm telling you, like, I know this area, and there's shit on this side of the street that don't make sense to me. Actually, this is it. All right, I'm in the right spot. Okay, I was like, they tore something down. So I remember this bullshit right here with these colored windows. I was like, okay, that's the wrong 51st. This is the right 51st right here. This is the block. Damn, look what happened to this shit. They turned it into something. They fucked it all up. All right, this is the right street right here. Because now I remember walking past here, and I remember one time I was walking past here when I was a kid. And you know, my mom was walking, and this dude was like, hey, let me talk to you for a minute. And she was walking with me and my sister. So yeah, you know, dudes, you know, my mom had ass or whatever, so thirsty ass Balrogs and shit. All right, so this is, now I'm familiar. Okay, I'm on the right street. This is my 51st Street, all right? So now we're gonna get familiar. See these green duplexes? They were the same color when I was a kid. This is the same shit, the same ghetto ass shit right here. Wow, look at this place. It never changed. So where I busted my head was right here in front of this house with this black gate. Actually, is in front of the green. No, I busted it right here in front of the greenhouse. But I used to get babysit right here in this house. All right, let's keep going. This is definitely the block. So at the beginning of the block, it used to be all Hispanic, right? Towards the back, it was all the blacks. Damn, look how this shit looks. This shit still looks the same. This house right here. This is like where this is like, some of my best friends when I was a kid used to live right there. Big Ass Joe's Witness family. Shit is just like a ghost town now. So back here, if I can get in front of it, back here is where I used to live. I don't think I could zoom in, but yeah, but right here, this is where the fuck I used to stay. You go all the way into the back, And there's a triple duplex back here. So behind this house, there's 1, 2, and all the way in the back 3. That's where we stayed. So nostalgic to see this shit. It just looks like trash now. Go back and see if it looked better. Or we can only go back to 2007. Damn, the shit was fucked in 07 because the quality was trash. See how good it looked in 2009? Bro, the area got fucked. Fuck. Look, 27. Oh my God. Whoever lives in this house, let it go. I remember these people called the Cooksies used to live right here. This is crazy how small this is because this used to be it used to be 2 big trees right here. We used to hide in the middle of these trees. So we had all of our friends lived right there. Yeah, this is it. That's crazy. Here, let's just start teleporting years and see what happened. Wasn't that bad in 2011, you know? 2012, the house started looking like shit. Cause look, pay attention to the roof. I know the lawns are all fucked up. Did they fix the roof or it's just like you can't really tell? Yeah, it don't look that bad. Yeah, this 51st Street looked better than. Here, let me try to find the area where that dude stole my Batman toys. I'll never forget. So right here was at this gate. There used to be a gate right here. He's like, yo, he's like, you think I could borrow your Batman toys? I'll bring them back tomorrow. His name was Purston. We stood right here, right before I went to the back, where I used to live. I said, yeah, you could borrow them. Had 3 Batman toys. Bitch ass nigga, I never seen him again. I never seen him at school, and we went to a private school at that particular time. I could find the private school we went to as well. I'll go around the block and I'll find it. Stole my Batman toys. Well, borrowed my Batman toys and stole them. I never seen them again. Literally right here. All right, let's keep going. I'm gonna take this block all the way around. I'm gonna find where this area is. I'll tell you where I drank some gutter water too. Let me see if I can find it. I might not know the area that damn good to find that shit. Let me see. It's a block with a bunch of trees. Okay, this should be the area. Now the house where I drank the gutter water, I might not be able to find because I don't. Yeah, there's one of these fucking houses down here. Anyways, I know this block because there's a bunch of trees, and another school I went to is down here. Because I literally remember everything about every aspect of my life since I was like 5 years old, so I don't forget shit. I still remember what every last person in my 2nd grade class looked like, 1st grade class looked like. I don't forget shit. This is school? Yeah, this is school right here. I think I told you guys this little story where like there was this kid. This was like a school / church. There was this kid named Leon. And this fool, you know, I was a real quiet kid. He used to always push me, trip me, act like he was my friend though, but like trip me and all that type of shit. I remember I went home and I told my mom, I was like, Mom, like this guy, like this dude at school, he keeps tripping me. Hell yeah, I was the quiet kid. I was different back then. I guarantee all these niggas are bums now. Anyways, so motherfucker kept tripping me, pushing me, all this type of shit. I told my mom one day she came to pick me up. He happened to be walking me out. She said, is that Leon? I said, yeah. So he pushed me like in the rain or some shit. So my mom was like, all right, come here. She's like, call him back over here. I call him back over there. Like to act like I was gonna say bye or something like that. So she told me to put my leg out. I pushed the dude. He fell in the fucking rain. Started crying, yelling, crying. And me and my mom just like basically hurried up and scurried and got in the car and left. I never seen that kid again. He was just sitting there just crying. I know everything I say sounds like a movie and like some bullshit story, but there ain't no lies told. He was just like, just crying in the motherfucking rain like a bitch. And we left and I never seen that kid again. Like I don't know, it's like, seems like every time I interacted with a kid, I never seen these motherfuckers again. Yeah, the shit happened right here when the kid got pushed in a puddle. Literally right the fuck here. All right, let me find this motherfucker. There's a reason why I came over here. But anyways, this is where the fucking Purston kid used to live, somewhere in this motherfucking area. I could probably travel all around to LA and just tell you guys my whole fucking life story, but what for? Let's get back to the hooking. Bro, my whole life consists of the majority, man, I bet I could take you back to a school where I like caught my first, was it one of my first fades? Now it's my first fade at that school. where this kid hit me like a comic book. This kid named Cameron hit me like a fucking comic book. They kept pushing me in the line and shit because I was tall. Hell yeah, I used to fight a lot in LA. And I remember we were squaring off, and he's like, and that motherfucker hit me like this. He like swung like, I still remember it like flashback like this. The nigga hit me like this. Like the nigga dead ass like went like that and hit me in my eye. And I was like, eh. I was like in 3rd grade. And I got up and we was just swinging at each other. But he did get me good with this crazy ass ghetto dentist minute sock. The nigga just went like this. But yeah, I think that might have been low-key like the only fade I lost in life. Like, that's the only fade I caught where I feel like I like low-key lost. Oh yeah, the Samoan shit, I feel like he got the best of me, but I wouldn't consider it like a LL. But I don't know, I guess maybe he did get the best. So I think I lost like 2 fades in life. I recognize every single face from my fucking past. That's the crazy thing. I remember every single face, every single interaction since a complete single-digit child, like, was 5. Like, nigga, I was on Earth 5 years. I remember everything. Yeah, I don't know, maybe one day I'll write a book. I surely can. I feel like my whole life is just like it's just like a movie or something. Like, I don't know. Everything, like, the way shit happened, it just seems fake, but it's not. Don't have a title in mind, but I for sure could write a book, for sure. Will Smith asked to write a book before fame, because, you know, Will Smith been famous damn near his whole life almost. Then the whole book is damn near about Jada and shit. The teacher that ate the fried chicken definitely ain't around. Oh yeah, she gotta be dead. 100%. Bro, if you eating Church's chicken every day and had problems back then, when I was in the 3rd grade, nigga, your ass dead. Bitch was moving kidney stones and shit back then. That teacher hated me for no reason, bro. I'm like, the fuck? Like, I wasn't even a kid that talked, for goodness sakes. She ate some form of fried chicken every motherfucking day, to the point where she ate so much fried chicken, the bitch ended up in the hospital. We started getting subs. Was I a bully? Hell no, I got bullied like a motherfucker because I was always the tallest kid and I didn't say nothing. So you know, in LA, they try you for everything. On top of that, my mom was buying me Payless shoes. So imagine the tallest kid in school with Payless shoes. Like, bro, this is the 3rd grade, 4th grade, all that shit. I'm getting roasted for having Payless shoes and I'm not having Nikes and J's and shit. So kids clowning me crazy. Like, oh, Payless shoes, fake, blah, 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 fake, Payless shoes, this nigga got Payless kicks. And I was just quiet, like I ain't say shit. And then anytime I switched from private school to public, it was the worst experience. I always had to deal with bullshit because I was coming out of private school, and then, you know, and even being in LA in private school is still an issue. So I come out of private school, going to public, shit was really still an issue. Hold up. Was she assless? And she was cakeless too? She should be happy that she was even married in the first place with no ass. So I married a chick that was assless. And then you're gonna try to bleach me to death? How do you not smell it? I'm saying, how do you not smell bleach? This is why I don't let women cook and prepare foods for me. I just don't trust it. I don't care how good the top is, how creamy it is, nothing. I don't like chicks cooking or making me anything, bro. I always feel like it's poisoned or it's witchcraft every single time. I remember there was this one time, this chick, it was this Becky. She did some dumb shit. Long story short, she's like, please, just please, like, don't stop talking to me. I'll bake you brownies. I'll bake you cookies. Like, just please, like. I said, whatever, bring the fucking cookies over then. This was like, obviously a long time ago. So she comes over in her fucking RAV4, brings some motherfucking brownies and cookies. She's like, just try them. Like, I swear I made them with love, blah, blah, blah. I said, you eat a cookie first and you eat a fucking brownie. Because whatever she did, I was already just mean to her. So she starts eating the cookies and brownies. So I was like, all right. So I started eating the cookies and brownies. But it just took me days. Every time I ate a cookie or a brownie from her stash that she brought, I just felt like it was poison. I'd be eating it angry, like looking around after every bite. So yeah, I don't trust chicks making me anything. I don't even like women to cook for me because I feel like most women can't cook anyway. On top of that, I don't want you to cook. I don't like tasting people's cooking. Like, you never know people's styles of cooking. Like, you don't gotta cook shit for me. We could eat food out. I don't want you cooking a damn thing for me. I don't want you pouring me up no fucking drinks. Everything must be in a bottle. I don't want juice in a cup. Make sure you got Capri Suns or something ready.
Said to me.
Why do people do this? Why? Like, why? Was that vinegar? I think that shit was vinegar too. Yeah, they poured vinegar on this nigga. Well, I would have got up and been fire on everybody. Or I would have been strategic about this shit. I'd have just act like, oh fuck, oh, you stupid motherfuckers. Like, acting like shit was cool, right? I'd have went, bought the most elite paintball gun I could possibly find. We would have been kicking it. I'd have made sure I had that shit fully loaded. I'd have went, act like I'm using a bathroom or some shit, came back and lit everybody the f up with just raw paintballs, just f***ing they shit up. Just shooting them all in the face, everything, like, just slow motion, like, Bro, I'd have f***ed everybody up. BB guns hurt more? Nah, you could kill somebody or put out their eye. I'll never forget when I was like, I think I was in the 5th grade, right? Me and my friends, like, we'd always have like little campovers and shit like that. So one of the homies, he would always sleep first, but this was a loud snorer. This nigga snoring was like, so I was like, all right, bet. The homie, his dad always had hella guns. He had hella pellet guns, everything. He was like, why don't you just fucking, why don't you put a pellet in there and like fucking pump the gun like hella times and just shoot him in his ass. I said, all right, fuck it, I'll do it. He said, all right, let me get the pellet gun. Who gets the pellet gun? It's the pellet gun where you like pump it from the bottom. I must have pumped that shit 12 times. That fool was just sleep on it. He was sleep on his stomach like, bro, I must have fucking put that pellet gun to his ass, to one of his ass cheeks, and went blue. He was like, ah, what the fuck? That fool was crying and shit. Bro, that shit was funny as hell. Bro, I used to be on some devious shit when I was a kid. Used to just go in apartment complexes, fucking up all the fire extinguishers, lighting firecrackers on people's doorsteps. I told you guys about this shit. Like, me and my friends will put baskets in the middle of the street when they were building like this new housing development. When they were building it, we'd go inside these big ass 2-story houses, unscrew the light bulbs, bust all the fucking light bulbs, break the mirrors, put baskets in the street. Bro, it's fun being bad. Honestly, I'm not even gonna lie, it's fun being bad, which is why you can't do it. But yeah, that's why people like going crazy. Like, I think when there's riots, people don't even want to riot. I think they just get an adrenaline rush off of it. I was a Balrog? No, I was never a Balrog. I used to fake being a Balrog though to kick it with Balrogs. Damn, just the crew of niggas just chilling in, what is this, a liquor store? Some sort of corner, something. Got the 11s on. Just to chill outside on the block and reminisce all day. Isn't it funny though when you're doing this type of shit? I've rogged before. Isn't it funny how you never run out of shit to talk about when you're rogging? It's just like, it's just infinite stories. Like, nah, I didn't say I was a rog, but I've rogged before. I'm black and I'm from, but it's just, you just never run out of stories. Like, exactly. It's just endless fuckery all day. But this is like some kid shit though. This is not like no adult shit. But you just never run out of shit to talk about. And then it's just like this adrenaline rush of just rogging, like f***ing shit up. Probably I would say like the biggest adrenaline rushes I've had was on rog timing. Being at house parties, them getting shot up, trying to hide, dodge bullets, like rushing out the party when it was getting shot. Like those are some of the biggest adrenaline rushes I've ever had. I remember just being at vibing ass parties and shit, bitches, everything. And then just all of a sudden some shit pop off. Somebody starts shooting. Yeah, it was, I mean, it was risky, but it was a fun time rogging at a specific time. Rog friends that I'm still with friends to this day? No. That's why. Usually ROG friendships are not longevity ones because somebody ends up hating on you. Yeah, exactly. It's always some hidden envy, jealousy. Like I remember, just for a little quick story. I remember I used to kick it with these two dudes that were ROGs, and I knew I had no business kicking it with them. But when I was a teenager and shit like that, I used to want to be like extra hardcore black just to feel like good. You know what I mean? Because I just wanted to be like a ball rog so bad. So I just wanted to kick it with just dense, hardcore niggas. You know what I mean? I just wanted to feel like just that, you know? Just that dense, hardcore roggery. So, long story short, it's like, nigga, if you gonna be kicking it with us, nigga, you gonna be on the hood, though. It's like, we not gonna put you on. We just gonna let you walk on, nigga. It's like, you just gotta bang the set. I'm not gonna say, like, what it was, any of that type of bullshit. Long story short, I ended up kicking it with these niggas for a whole summer. It was this dude, I think his name was Eli. It was this dude named Eli. He had this chick that everybody from the hood thought was sexy. I don't remember her name, but it was just, he was like a real passive dude, but he had the sexiest chick from the quote unquote hood. Bro, when I tell you like all these ended up running a train on her and shit like that. They was slapping her ass. First it started off with like, anytime he left, they was smacking her ass, flirting with her, doing all that type of shit. When I tell you that these dudes ran a full-blown train on this chick, like 7 of the big homies ran a full-blown train. It was like 7 dudes ran a train on this chick. And he like still had to be down with the hood. And I guess he got tired of the shit and they just like fucked him up. Like beat his ass, quote unquote, DP'd him. And yeah, but they all fucked this chick. Like 7 niggas fucked this bitch. I'm just like, damn, I feel sorry for this nigga Eli. Like I'm telling you, when you open the door and one nigga stroking, somebody come out, the other one going there stroking, like, I was just like, bro, come on, bro. Some of you niggas know what I mean by DP. We're not talking about like that kind of DP. We talking about a hood DP. They didn't have him in a room, booty busted him. Yeah, you know what I'm talking about. Yeah, but man, once it's just like, it just shows you how grimy niggas really are. Like there's really no friends and no ghetto type of shit. There really isn't.
They gonna need another
I forgot Sexy Red was in the finish. Yeah, y'all niggas better slang the dick correctly. Now bitches calling it trash. I'm telling you, this type of music, it influences bitches. Like, that's what this music does. It really be influencing bitches. Like, it's gonna make regular niggas just feel like garbage.
My niggas don't talk cause I punch them in the lip.
That's why I don't fuck with ball raw cats. Did y'all hear that bar? Y'all hear that line? That's too reminiscent for me. Did you hear what she said? Hold up.
My niggas don't talk cause I punch them in the lip.
My niggas don't talk cause I punch them in the lip. I told you, every time I've been uppercut, right hook, jabbed, it's been by a ball raw gag. Every single time. I'm not gonna say other chicks ain't hit me either, but every relationship I had with a black woman was abusive. Why? Because, you guys be seeing how I talk on stream. That's how I talk in my relationships. I be a smart ass. Nah, Becky, let me think. Is a white girl ever swung on me? Nah, Becky never swung on me. Other ethnicities have, though. Like, one of my ex-girlfriends, obviously, one of my ex-girlfriends you guys don't know about, but she just, like, we used to have a real toxic relationship, and this chick, like, grabbed one of my knives and just cut her arm open. I really couldn't believe she did that. Like her shit was just gashed open. I said, let's get to the fucking hospital, you fucking dumbass. Why did you do that? Yeah, she went in my fucking butcher block, grabbed one of my knives and cut her whole arm open. Bro, she's lucky she didn't bleed out. Bro, me and that chick had a very toxic fucking relationship. Very toxic relationship. She was just crazy. Like, she would just pop up out of nowhere. I remember one time I was at the club with like one of my homies, right? And I knew she, like, you guys ever been in a relationship where you felt like you had to answer the phone or you were gonna get in trouble? Like that's the type of relationships I used to be in. So she called and I was like, fuck. Like, I was just vibing in this club, right? Me and a homie, we had a drink, was just chilling. It was chicks twerking on the floor, you know, just typical club shit. So she called. I was like, fuck. Seen her shit, I let it go. She kept calling. I was like, fuck. I said, hello? She's like, what the fuck is that in the background? I said, oh, I'm at the club with such and such. She said, club? She said, you're in a fucking relationship. Said, get the fuck out of here now and get the fuck home. And she just fucking yelling at me, screaming. I said, all right, I'll be home in an hour. She said, no, get home now, motherfucker. And she just cussing at me crazy. I told the homie, I said, bro, can you just take me home? Cause we went in his car. I said, bro, can you just take me home? Like, he said, damn, she tripping? I said, yeah. I didn't have no location on. She just, this is like pre-LowTierGod, but it's just like, it was just hell. Like, she was just like a very jealous, controlling chick. Told myself I'd never allow myself to be in no type of relationships where a chick, we share anything. Like, we don't, like, I don't want to share shit with a chick, period. Like, I want to be in full charge of what I got going on. So I told myself I was never gonna happen again. I was never gonna let that shit happen again. Like, that's why I think it's a bad idea for dudes to like go 50-50 on shit with chicks, because when you go 50-50, like, a chick low-key could like kind of push whatever narrative she want. Like, if she pays half the rent or whatever the f you got going on, she could be like, get the f out. And since you guys split everything, a woman could, like, you know, what you gonna do? Tell her, bitch, I ain't getting out, dumbass, bitch. Like, do you really want to do that shit? I don't think you need to tell me what to dominate, nigga. We talking about the old version of me, nigga, not the current version, nigga. I'm a boss ass nigga now. Like, any chick would be lucky to fuck with a nigga like me. Like, if I fuck with you, if I fuck with a chick nowadays, it's like, you're lucky to even fuck me in the first place. Be lucky to you even have the pleasure of fucking with me. Cause I really don't, I'm not the type of nigga that needs and fiends for a bitch. Like, I put myself in a position where I don't need to split nothing with a bitch. You said, have you, LTG, you ever has a bitch in her house dirty? Have you ever had a bitch? Yeah, I told you that story already. I told you guys that story. There was this chick I met up with. And I went to go kick it at her house, and she had a sink full of fucking dishes. I went over there with some Red Bulls and Patron. I said, damn, this how you keep your apartment? She's like, I'm sorry. I'm like so slumped from school. Like, I just don't have time to clean. I said, you got dishwashing in love? She said, yes, why? I said, let me clean this motherfucking kitchen for you. Started cleaning her stove, doing the bitch's dishes, cleaned up everything, had shit spick. I said, you got cleaning spray and shit? She said, yeah, why? I said, don't trip. Started spraying the counters down with bleach spray, spick and span and the shit. Ended up fucking later. I couldn't believe that she allowed me to come over with a sink full of dirty ass dishes. I thought that was crazy. I know, girls' rooms and shit be fucked up. Be all types of palettes of makeup, crunchy drawers on the floor, all types of shit. For those of you that don't know what crunchy drawers on the floor mean, you just haven't lived enough. Some of you guys know what I mean by crunchy drawers, some of you don't. Hopefully you never have to find out, but most likely you will. If you interact with a girl enough, you know what crunchy drawers are. You say you don't know what crunchy drawers are? That's crazy. That's crazy. Anybody can upgrade though, man. Like I said, I want to see this dude start streaming or something like that. Pedro, my bad, Aaron. I want to see him start streaming. Don't let your ex-girl just play off your downfall and play off your inexperience. Swag over the years. Make these ex-girls desire you. all my exes have desired me. Because the nigga that I once was, I obviously wasn't that nigga no more. All my exes can all go on my social media and see that I'm just numbers climbing, still popping, still working out, still sexy, while you just stuck in the same shit. I was just in Walmart like last month. I seen a chick with the same lame ass husband when we were teenagers, right? She cheated on me with some like straight up Pedro ass nigga, like straight up Pedro type shit. I'll tell you exactly how it happened. I used to go and pick her up from school because I used to walk to school. She used to live with her grandma, knocking at the door. I started knocking at the door. She stopped answering one day. She would come to school, sit on random niggas' laps. I was this guy before. I was Aaron. She would come to school, sit on niggas' laps. Right in front of me and shit. Flirting with niggas, everything. Then she was writing a nigga letters in class and shit like that, throwing the letter back to him. So I got up. I was like, Mr. Van Zandt, give me a pass out of this class. I can't be in a classroom next to this bitch. Fuck this hoe. Everybody like, oh shit, I ain't never seen this nigga get this crazy. They was just yelling, shouting, the whole class went crazy. Cause she was just disrespecting me, bro. Like sitting on niggas' laps, flirting. This bitch brought Halloween candy to school. I kid you not, she gave everybody Halloween candy in the class and skipped me. She was passing out Halloween candy to every nigga in the class and skipped me. She was just on demon timing, bro. Anyways, fast forward, I socked the soda machine. I was on my Aaron shit. I socked the soda machine, crying like security guard came, hugged me. He's like, yeah, it's gonna be all right, brother. It's this big ass Mexican man. He's like, it's gonna be all right, brother. So calm down. He's like, this isn't gonna be your first or your last time. He's like, it's okay. Long story short, fast forward. Every year after that, well, she skipped out for 2 years. Every year after that, I was fucking her every year. While she was still married to that guy, I was still fucking her every year. We went through a gap. She came back around 2018. I was fucking her all 2018 in the summertime. Bending her over, creamy back shots, fucking stroking, getting hot dick sucks, everything. Straight up adultery. But the reason why I didn't give a fuck is because you displayed me. Well, because of that, that's one of the reasons why I'm who I am today. I could never trust a chick. I know all the tricks of the trade. Multiple chicks did me foul. Anyways, I was Aaron. Anyways, so I said, you want to come bang? Okay, cool. Creamy spread videos, pussy robbing, throw up videos, everything. Anytime I got a chance, I fuck. Just seen her at Walmart like 2 months ago with the same fucking goddamn Oscar ass nigga. Short as fuck, skinny, ratty ass fucking beard, glasses, bald. When she seen me just walking that motherfucker like a stallion, still with my sexy swag, that bitch looked like she seen a ghost. And then we just kept ending up in the same aisle, and I'm just like chuckling to myself like, and I had this look on my face with my eyes squinted. I'm like, just grab my soaps and shit, chew my gum, extra arrogant. Put my shit in the bag. Make sure that image burn inside her fucking retinas. But yeah, I used to be Aaron. I 100% was. I was that nigga before, like. So I know how it feels. All right, so what do you guys think about this? Says Marvel has discussed moving focus away from Jonathan Majors' Kang for the multiverse saga. One plan they're looking at is pivoting to Doctor Doom. Do you guys think it's because he caught that case that he beat? Yeah, he beat that shit. But the problem is, to be attached to a Becky and even to be slightly looked at as a quote unquote abuser, it still stains and tarnishes your name. Because we're all gonna, even though even though he's dating a black woman now, right? Dating Megan Good. Every time we see Majors, we're gonna think about that shit that happened with him and the Ice Queen. Yeah, Chris Brown never. Yo, people been shitting on Chris Brown since he was like, wasn't that when he did that shit? He was like 18, bro. This nigga like 34, 33 now. They never letting that shit up. I mean, yeah, Chris Brown beat the fuck out of Rihanna. That's why his shit will never be the same. But you get what I mean. I never understood like why dudes act like a woman hitting them is gonna make them snap. Like that's some bitch shit. Like unless a woman like trying to attack me with a deadly weapon, even then I could still run out of the vicinity. I don't have to stay there and fuck her up. Like if I could exit the premises, I'm gonna dip. I'm gonna stay there, get beat on, and get mad enough to fire on. I wouldn't even get mad over. I'd be laughing. Like I remember, I'll never forget when a chick I used to talk to was like throwing leg kicks on my shit. This bitch was leg kicking me, socking me, throwing shit at me, throwing my supplements at me, all type of shit. I just took the leg kicks, like, just took them. I said, all right, keep going. Bitches are slapping me like, just crying and shit. I'm like, is there more? Is there more? I said, go ahead. So for those that are new, I never told this story on Twitch. You know, back when I used to like try to impress my black friends, when I used to have like a certain crowd that I was kicking it around, I think I might have been like, I don't know. Just know I was a teenager, right? So basically it was me and like two other homies. So we used to always like go out, go to malls, holler at chicks, this and that. We had a crew of 3 chicks that we found. I was fucking with one. One of my other homies was fucking with one. One of the other homies was fucking with one. Long story short, I was fucking with this light-skinned chick with a big-ass forehead, but I only did it for him. He's like, come on. He was like, holler at my girl's homegirl. Like, holler at her. My nigga, she feeling you. Like, I'm trying to do the double date type shit. I was like, all right, cool. I was like, all right, whatever, fuck it. I was like, I'm not really feeling her, but I was like, she got ass and she's light skinned. I'll fuck with it or whatever. Long story short, we ended up smashing a couple of times, blah, blah, blah. We was in a fake relationship, this and that, just some summertime bullshit. And after I fucked, I basically told her, like, I was done. I was like, yeah, it's just something about you I just can't fuck with. Like, I want to end things. She was like, nigga, you really breaking up with me, bitch ass nigga, blah, blah, blah. So, long story short, we ended things. She was crying, all that type of shit. I got off the phone. Fast forward to like a month later, he hit me up and was like, yo, my nigga, he was like, shit, such and such trying to come through. She said, come through. I was like, nah, I'm cool. I told her I was done. He's like, my nigga, he's like, shit, kid, you mind if she still come through? Like, she still says she want to kick it, just come through, my nigga. I was like, I'll think about it, but most likely I'm not gonna come through. He's like, all right, my nigga. This fool called me back like 2-3 hours later. Like, shit, what's good, my nigga? What you up to? I was like, shit, just chilling. Well, what's up? He was like, shit, Contessa ended up coming through regardless. I was like, all right, cool. I said, well, what happened? He was like, my nigga, I served. I was like, oh, you served? He's like, yeah, that shit was cool too. I was like, oh, okay. And I already knew the bitch that he was fucking with, that he wasn't fucking with anymore. I knew she was feeling me. So I was like, all right, cool. And I already had her number too. So as soon as we got off the phone, I was like, all right, cool. Well, shit, we'll talk about it more. I said, let me get off the phone, whatever. I'm about to go outside, blah, blah, blah. He's like, all right, my nigga. He's like, hit me back. I was like, cool. So I hit up his girl, hit her up. I said, remember how you said you wanted to come through like when nobody else was around? She's like, yeah. I said, catch the bus over here. She's like, all right. So she came through. I ended up f***ing. She was chocolate, extra hot pink box, all that type of shit. I didn't want to do it, but I only did it because he thought that he could fuck one of my pieces. So I definitely just like, all right, bet. I'm going to serve him back. Let her come through, served her, gave it to British Broadcasting. End of the story, though. Because we used to always hop on the phone. He called me. He's like, shit, what you been up to, my nigga? I was like, shit, you know, just got finished getting fresh. He's like, getting fresh? He's like, well, who, my nigga? You ain't got no new hoes. I was like, shit, her name was Tiffany. He was like, Tiffany? She's like, what you mean, nigga? Like, what Tiffany? I was like, he's like, wait a minute, my nigga. My Tiffany? The one I used to fuck with? I said, yeah, I mean, you fucked such and such. I said, I thought it'd be cool if I went ahead and smashed her. He was like, oh, hell no. He's like, I'm gonna hit you back, my nigga. So he hung up the phone. And the third homie called me and was like, yo, you ended up fucking old girl, blah, blah, blah. You ended up fucking such and such. I said, well, shit, he thought he could fuck old girl, so I went ahead and smashed his old piece. So he's like, damn, I'm not even gonna lie. He was like, he was hurt off that. He said he couldn't believe that you was the type of nigga that would do that. He was like, he didn't think like you had it in him, like you was just a super good nigga. I said, what do you mean? I said, he literally fucked one of my pieces and then called me and told me like he smashed. So I went ahead and returned the fucking favor. So that was the only time I smashed a dark skin piece. Outside of that, I don't think matter of fact, I did. There was another dark skin piece, but it was weird because she was biracial. She had a white mom, black dad, but she had like dark skin, but she had like long fucking hair and like exotic features. That story I can't tell you. But yeah, so like 2 out of my life. Outside of that, I don't do the chocolate cheeks. It's too close to home for me. Yeah, box be hot pink. Yeah, it's just not my steez, you know? You got to remember my mom and my sister are dark-skinned women. So for me, it just hits too close to home. It's too close to home. Plus, ever since I was like 6 years old, I've always loved light-skinned chicks. Like I've always just liked cocoa butter skinned women. So that's just my thing. Like I like light skin, bro. Like that's just been my shit ever since I was a boy. Did I ever talk to him again? It's funny because that same dude, he ended up trying to like get me to box him. So what happened? Remember when Tyron Woodley got KO'd by Jake Paul? I had commented on some post on Instagram. I can't remember which post it was. I commented on some post on Instagram saying how it was fake, how Tyron Woodley got KO'd for fake. And he commented on my shit and was talking shit. It's like, bitch ass nigga, how the fuck you know it was fake, blah, blah, blah. And he like a whole father and shit now, like married and everything. I'm like, why is this dude talking to me like we enemies or some shit? So I said, what the fuck are you talking about? I said, why are you coming to me about an opinion I have on the internet? He's like, cause you a bitch nigga, blah, 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 you always talking this and that. I said, oh, he must have been one of those people that like see me on the come up, see me all over the internet and be jealous of, you know, jealous of my small success. Now I don't have no fucking kids. I would not be streaming if I had kids. Anyways, so we went back and forth. I said, bro, I'm not the same motherfucker you knew years and years ago. I said, I will literally choke you out. Like, you can't, like, there's nothing you could do. I said, bro, you 5'2". You're not fucking with me. He said, nigga, pull up to the gym, nigga, put on the gloves, blah, blah. I said, bro, I'm telling you right now, there's nothing you could do to fuck with me. He's like, all right, push that up. I said, all right, put up a bag then. I said, you want me of my status to pull up? I said, let's do 30 bands. I said, you show me you got 30 bands to put up for me, I'll come to the gym and I'll KO you. He's like, nah, nigga, show your 30 bands. I said, bro, you requesting it, so put up 30 bands. We could do this. He didn't want to put up the 30 bands.
You let your girl grab your ass?
Yeah. Also, guys, if you allow your girl to grab your ass, you just sit there like, back up on it. You sus. Me, anytime a girl's grabbed one of my cheeks or something like that, I'm like, what the fuck? I'm like, man, stop. Like, you just have such a great ass. I'm like, come on, man, stop grabbing my cheeks. But if you just sit there, she just come from behind you, grab your cheeks, whoosh, and you just sitting there like, damn, babe, you really just gonna grab my cheeks like that? And just keep washing the dishes? Yeah, you sus, bruh. It should never be a time where somebody touches your ass and you're just okay with it. Unless you like that shit. Like I said, I'm not judging anybody in this bitch that likes that type of shit. But to all of us men in here that are straight, it is never a okay feeling when somebody, like when a girl touches your cheeks. It's like, when your girl touches your cheeks, it's like, your chick grabs your ass and you giggle. Maybe you got one of those little baby assholes where it's like, you can see the black hole. Well, you said, what about when you f***ing? Ain't no way. So you telling me that you guys be f***ing missionary and a chick grabbing your whole cheeks and you letting it slide? Bro, no. 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 Hell no. Ain't no motherfucking way. Ain't no fucking way. Ain't no way I'm missionary doing what I do and a chick grabbing my whole cheeks like That's something that a man does when a woman's riding you. You just grabbing her cheeks. I'm not. No. Ain't no. I'm on missionary. You just grabbing my cheek. No. Never happening. Nah. I'm cool. If you do that, you're on that type of timing too, bro. That's crazy. Talking about, oh, it's okay because it's during sex. Nah. Absolutely not. What if she grab your butt when you walking around the house? You're still supposed to flinch. You're never supposed to get used to anybody grabbing your ass as a heterosexual man. Yeah, chicks do be testing you. I've had plenty of girls test me like, babe, just like, let me put a finger in your ass. Like, come on, you'll like it. I'm like, no, I won't. No, I'm cool. No, you can't put a finger in my fucking ass. Because the second any of you motherfuckers actually agree to that type of shit, she instantly got some shit over you and it's weird anyway. You shouldn't even be thinking about it anyway. But she could always come back and say, yeah, I fingered Jason. Yep, I fingered Jerry. Yeah, but he wasn't saying that when I fingered his ass. Like, some chicks will like do shit just to see if they could violate you and see if you'll let them do it. Trust and believe. Remember how Amber Rose was saying like she used to finger Kanye's ass? Of course she said that because chicks always want to hold that shit over you just to use it as a weapon in the future. Let's just say this, guys, even if a girl does eat your ass, never admit to her eating your ass. If she says, babe, remember when I'd be like, I don't recollect anything you did. Like, you never ate my ass. I don't even know what you're talking about. Like, don't even admit to that shit. Just act like that shit never happened. All of that shit. Yeah, never. She's like, babe, you don't like it when I eat your ass? I'd be like, what are you talking about? You never even ate my ass. What do you, huh? Fuck you mean? Yeah, so anyways, guys, I don't care how sexy a chick is, never let her convince you. There was this African chick I was talking to, right? And we used to have real sexual conversations. Like this chick, I could like hear her splashing over the phone type shit. Anyways, when I was telling her my stories, this chick would just be leaking over the phone. Like, I was like, what is that water sounding noise? She's like, you already know. Anyways, that's another story. So we got onto the point where like, she said, do you like your ass being played with and shit like that? I said, absolutely not. She's like, oh, I thought that was normal because she's like, every guy that I fuck with, I like turn them out. I said, what the fuck you mean turn them out? She's like, you know, I play with their ass with toys and stuff like that. And she was like, I got so many guys to the point where they would start sending me videos of them like banging their ass with toys and dildos and stuff. I was like, oh, hell no. And she said she thinks she turned like 3 guys gay. I said, look, that could never pop with me. She's like, you wouldn't let me put some of your ass? I said, fuck no. She's like, I bet you I could do it. I said, no, you could not. I said, it's impossible. I said, I don't know what guys you was fucking around with in LA, but I said, no, you could never, ever coerce me to do any of that type of shit. Like, ever. Like, chicks be wanting to conquer you by doing that type of shit. It's a lot of motherfuckers, it's a lot of dudes that allow women to conquer them because the woman is sexy. You be like, babe, just let me put this little pacifier thing in your ass, like, just a little bit. And you're like, man, no, fuck that, babe. Like, come on, like, I don't really want to do that. Babe, like, it's just us. Like, come on, like, I'm your woman. Like, it's not gay. All right, just the pacifier thing, but I don't want to do a bigger one. Like, no butt plugs. Like, I don't want, like, no dildos. Like, just the pacifier thing, all right? Next thing you know. All right, babe, are you going to go ahead and get the, babe, are you going to get the toys? Yes, I'll be right back. All right, babe, I'm just going to sit here on my elbows. All right, make sure you're bent over in that position, too. All right, babe. Oh, she sure is taking a long time. Hold on. Hey, she sure is taking a long time back there. Hey, babe. I'll just rest my arms on my elbows. Next thing I just hear something glunk. Oh! She just stick a whole joint up your ass. Bro. Look, So all the people are here to say that God, LTJ is not how it sounds. You got something to answer. I don't know what it sounds like when a greasy dildo goes up. I don't know what that shit sounds like. So I'm gonna imagine it sounds like glunk. I don't know. So if you try to correct me, that's on you. I wouldn't know. I couldn't live to tell you. That isn't any of my experience. Why y'all asking about grease? Yeah, but she said like she got to a point where thanks for the donut, by the way. She had got to a point where she said she turned out like 3 of her ex-boyfriends, had them playing with dildos, jackhammers, spinners, all types of weird shit. So, guys, always deny. I don't care how sexy a chick is. Always deny a chick playing with your ass. Never allow her to do it. You're gonna end up like little baby, where he's allowing his homie to grip his actual ass cheek.
Oh, nigga. Like, bro, that was one time.
Let's replay the video again.
Look at this and tell me what.
Wait, hold on.
He was real confident like he did that before. And the only way a nigga's gonna grab your ass like that if he feels comfortable and confident enough to do it, and you guys shared something sexual before, whether it be you ran a train on a chick together, he probably seen your ass cheeks and was like, man, that nigga baby got a juicy little booty on him, shit. Yeah, like I feel like when dudes run trains together and shit, they get like this unspoken like sus bond together, even if they didn't do nothing together.